my involvement because it's very clear you didn't know what was going on and my daughter was lying to you. You now, after playing around, and I even got my ticket ready, everything. On my way back, got my shit packed. Once you finally sit down, just like you have every single night, you retract everything and just playing with my emotions, making it all that much worse. And my baby's going to bed without me there because I cannot bring myself to come back there with all the people in your life thinking I'm a piece of shit that's abusive. This is abuse, Lydia. You do this to me daily. Why?
I am not abusing you, girl.
What is it then? What is it? Is it not abuse to have a person happy because they think they're good? They can come home because my battery's dead. Because you are finally going to do what it takes to be a wife, be respectful, be honest for once, stand up or stand by what you've done, openly admit it, and resolve any issues that could come about because of your lies by just saying, hey, in a way that I can say, see, she said so herself. I know you've done it. I know because it's there. And I don't have to wonder if you actually told the truth because you stood by it. Why have you never ever stood by the things that you do? Why do I have to fight just to get you to acknowledge them?
I stand by what I do, girl.
You're not. Right? This very moment, you're not. You would rather people be disgusted with my sight than you actually admit, oh no, actually it's me. You would rather not have a husband. You would rather not have a father for your children than to say, it's me. What kind of person is that, Lydia?
That is not true.
It is true. I'm talking to you right now only because you won't
Just
do that.
because I want to post it on Facebook doesn't mean I haven't told people it was me.
It's not just because you want to post it on Facebook. It's because every single thing I ask you to do surrounding this, besides me completely ignore it, you won't do. You or your family won't do. Y'all won't acknowledge nothing that you have done to destroy our marriage. Nothing. The only thing I have done is jump up and down, scream and shout until I couldn't anymore. And right now, at this very moment, I'm talking myself blue in the face daily, trying to get somebody to acknowledge this. And none of you will, according to you, because no one has talked to me except for to disrespect my home. And according to you, they won't even apologize. So why am I the person punished from all of your actions?
Nobody's punishing you.
You're doing it right now. If you're not going to, one, come clean, two, demand that this never happens to your home again because it's your family, then it's a punishment to the person, the very one person who was taking care of that home. Is it not?
I don't see it as a punishment. I'm not punishing you.
Okay. All right. Like I said, you won't take ownership ever.
I've taken ownership.
No, you won't. This is not taking ownership. What is it that I'm supposed to do? Just come back and everybody like, oh, now he back. But nobody knows why. Nobody knows why I left. Nobody knows that I'm not the problem like everyone thinks. And you are perfectly fine with that. You don't want to even take even partial responsibility when you are the one who has done all of this.
Curly, no one cares that I have lied. Your reaction is the reason why people look at you that way.
It's not. It's not. It's not. Let me explain. My reaction is the reaction of 10 years of lies, 10 years of games, 10 years of begging you to never do this again. And finally, we have children, and you take your daughter's birthday to start a set of events in motion that any human being would damn near lose their mind to be a part of. And just because I say no more and demand that it changes now or I leave, oh, look at Curly. He's crazy. How is that? My reactions cause people to completely overlook and ignore every single thing that led up to this moment if they actually knew. See, the people around us that we live around knows absolutely nothing about all that I have dealt with in this relationship and all you refuse to acknowledge. No one does. No one. That's why it's my reaction that they look at because they don't know why my reaction is what it is. And that is why I'm demanding before I come back at all, you will acknowledge you are the reason we are in this situation, not my reaction. Because if you smack a bitch in the head, he may yell. If you punch somebody in the face, they may say ow. All of my reaction is because I'm tired of being smacked in the face. I'm tired of being stomped in the heart, Lydia. But now I have children with you. Two, two beautiful children that no longer has their father who makes sure every single day they're safe and sound, loved and happy because I can't do it anymore. And before I could say I can't do it anymore and walk away, I was going to do everything I could, even if I had to climb on top of the building and scream at the top of my lungs, because that's what a father would do to save his family if he needed to. You're telling me your father won't even stand up for what he's done and say, I'm sorry, because he is ass hurt that I'm upset with him for allowing my children to be in a dangerous situation. Because I say to him, I'll be damned if a man behaves that way and allows children to be put in a situation where the result ends up this way as a patriarch of a family. And for him to behave in the way that you're saying he is, I can't believe it. I can't believe that to be true. I cannot. That's the best way a woman would act. It's the way you act. You get mad at me because I get mad at you for the things you've done. Now you're telling me your father is doing the same thing? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes.
And so between you, him, your family, y'all all are so unwilling to take responsibility for your actions, which I'm responsible. Hey, yeah, I've been screaming, I've been yelling, I've been cussing, and I will say it to the high heavens. You want me to get a megaphone and stand at your school and tell them all the stuff I've been doing? I will. And why? Now, the problem is you have no reason for the things that you do because I'm so patient. I've been patient with you for 10 years, Lydia. 10 years. failed lie detector tests, niggas outside my home, all kinds of shit. But I'm here. The only reason I'm not there right now is because you won't own up to your shit. Why?
I've owned up to what I've done.
No, if you had, I would be there. You right now are saying you will not. After all this time, after all this destruction, this relationship, you have one opportunity to fix it, and you are choosing not to because you don't want to admit it to anyone but me. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I am not the reason that we're not together, and it's clear. Hello?
Mhm.
I can't hear a word you're saying because you're muffled.
I'm here.
Please tell me why, out of all the years that I've put up with every single thing you had to dish out to me, with no more than a little yelling, being upset, but I always turn, come back, or bend down and rub your feet, rub your back, love on you, give you anything that you want. Why am I not worth, even once, the same embarrassment that you have put me through every single year for something, every month? Why? Why can you never put yourself in the exact same place that I am?
I always put myself in the place that you are.
No, you won't. I am not, because of one thing I caused, except for choosing to allow you to make me so upset that I fall apart. But I am not responsible for anything other than how I responded to so much. There are children involved right now. And I knew when I had children with you, you were going to take them through the mud. Because you take everything that you supposedly love through the mud. You take it and you shove it into the ground and not care. Either it gets up and follow you where you're going, or you don't give a shit. You make everyone around you cater to you except for your parents. You won't get up to go and work on time. No matter what I try to do to help you do so, you just make them adjust. You won't change any of your actions for any reasons whatsoever. But the moment someone says no, not anymore, they have to be punished. I said no, not anymore. Not this time. You will stand by your actions if we are to move forward. You so don't care that there you are and here I am. And all you have to do is stand by your actions. So, if anything, please, for fucking once, answer me. And don't play. Don't play, because you know you won't. You will not. That's why we're having this conversation. You will not put your own self where you put everyone else. Why?
I always put myself where everyone else is.
When have you?
I,
When have you? You say you always do it. When have you, supposedly the most important person in your life, until you had children, that person gave you those children. So outside of those children, supposedly the most important person in your entire life, you have lied to me. Not one day less than a minimum total of like 6 years straight. You lied to me daily for 8 years straight. Daily. I ask you one time to stand up for the first time and say, yes, I have done that. I personally have done it so much that we're in an irreparable situation unless I do admit it. Why won't you do that?
I've admitted it and owned up to it to you.
Huh?
I don't. I've admitted and owned up to it to you. I don't see a reason for posting it on Facebook.
Okay, here's the reason. One, I know you won't do it, Lydia. And see, there's no point in denying it because there's no point in a liar, an admitted, total, complete, nonstop liar to tell a person that they've admitted to something and they believe it. Okay. There is no reason whatsoever I should believe anything that you say without proof. Yet I'm married to you, dear, and I have children with you, and I have to stand by my responsibility, and I know that, and that's cool. I have no problem doing that. But as far as being in a home with you, still trying to love you outside of all of this, I have to know that I matter to you at least enough that you're willing to stand by one your word because you just said you would do it and you just sat there for all that time pretending as though you were, and now when you have no excuses not to, when you can't go any further without just admitting you're not going to do it and that was even a lie, right? Right? Huh?
Mhm.
What did you say?
That's correct. I said I would do it. That's the second post on that.
That's what you said after the fact. It's even in text. You said, "Yeah, I'll do it." What do I need to say? Blah blah blah. And then I said, "This is what you need to say." You said, "Okay." You kept giving me reasons after reasons why you couldn't do it yet. You couldn't do it yet. You couldn't do it yet. And now that you have no more excuses why you can't do it, you're saying, "No, I won't do it." So even trying to rectify the situation, you lied all the way through it, right?
Yeah.
And that's sad. That's why I'm asking you to do it. Because I'm fixing to go back to a community where I have no idea. I'm going back to a family where I have no idea. I'm going back to a life where I have no idea what is the truth. At minimum, at minimum, somebody else on the planet that is verifiable by your own words that I know definitely should understand what I'm going through. Because I don't diminish you. I don't bash you. I don't tell other people what I go through in the home with you. The very first time I have is to your father because I was trying to get my children back. I didn't know if he knew or not what was going on. According to you, he did. And he himself was the one who was telling you to do all that. That's what you said, right?
Hmm.
But I don't even know if that's true. See, the reason I'm saying everything that I'm saying, Lydia, and asking you to do it this way is because I don't even know who or what you've said anything to. I come back into that household, people that you work with, people we live around, office, management, police department. I don't fucking know who or what you've said anything to. I could be coming back into danger for all I know. I have no clue what's going to take place. So, at minimum, you could tell the truth